Like the stream, that helps a lot. Alright, let's get into the chapter. I am now no longer looking at chat. Let's just get right into it. We got chapter 1092, Tyrant Kuma's Rampage Through the Holy Land. Let's get it. Cover request by Kata Hajime. Kata Hajime. Jinbei swimming with the aid of massive remeras that are trying to cozy up to him. That's funny. Are those like fish that like typically cozy up to like whale sharks and stuff? Aren't those the fish that like feed off of like the dead skin on other fish, and they're like they form like a symbiotic relationship? I know they do that with like manta rays or something, right? That's what the Pokemon Remoraid is based off. It's based off of the Remora fish. That's why it evolves into a fucking manta or whatever. Or not, it doesn't evolve into, it evolves into Octillery, my bad. But they have like a whole thing with Mantine in the Pokedex. I'm sorry, now I'm just nerding out. Anyway, back to the... My knowledge base sometimes is like way too spread out. Because like I can just go on a tangent about something completely unfucking related to One Piece off of this random like cover request. Sometimes I hate that and sometimes I like it. I don't know. Anyway, one day ago at Mary Joie... Oh, shit, we're with Kuma right now. Kuma managed to climb all the way up. The invincible slave has returned. Soldiers, stop him. Is that a name he had? The invincible slave? He's too much. He's trying to go somewhere. Ursa's shock. Oh, damn. Oh, he's bringing some trouble up there. He's attacking. Okay. What do you think you're doing? Picking up where the Revolutionary Army left off? Oh. Oh, man. The damage you've done here is unprecedented, Kuma. Oh, man. Hold on. This might influence the Akainu video. Wait a second. What's going on, Marth? Fleet Admiral Sakazuki. Who's inside? Is that just a dude? Is that like a character we know? That's just like a dude inside one of the Knights' army. That's not Sabo or anything. Is it? Is that Sabo? I can't really tell. I don't think so. This is not taking place at the same time at all. So this is like just a... I don't know why. I don't know why I'm focused on this dude. It's just so bizarre to see one of the Marijois soldiers get like a close-up like this. You miserable excuse for a guard. Akainu, I wanted lobster for dinner last night and they told me it was out of stock. What the fuck? This has never happened before. How could you let the food supply of Marijois dwindle? Never mind that. You've allowed someone to hurt us. Hurry and defeat Kuma the Tyrant. Execute that lowly slave. Well, Kuma, if we can't control you, this is it. We can't allow dangerous men like you to run wild. Your personality was supposed to have been erased years ago. Where in the world could a walking corpse like you have to go? I can't believe we're about to see Akainu do something. Hellhound, he blew half his face off! No way! Again? Dude, he's catching everyone with this. Whitebeard too. Hellhound's a crazy move, man. This is a dangerous move. And this falls once again into the theme. No one fights Akainu and gets away with it injury-free. Everyone is either scarred or maimed beyond repair. Like, every fucking person who fights this guy gets scarred in some way. Kuma just lost half his head right there. This is some Five Nights at Freddy shit. This is the bite of 87 right here. Just took out half his head. Sorry, I watched the Wendigoon video on that the other day. Seems you do still have blood pumping in those veins. Okay. He's retained some of his original personality there. Hold it, Kuma. I see you, Juan. Juan says Akainu loves head. Crazy. You're crazy for that. Caught Kuma's leg there. Pop. Teleported away. It doesn't matter how much you... Oh, we figuring out what happened with Bonnie? Doesn't matter how much you cry about it, Kuma's consciousness will never return. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon. Liar, he'd never offer himself up. He'd never leave me behind. Akainu, where did Kuma go? You let him escape? And you have the gall to call yourself Fleet Admiral. Where could you be going? You've lost your will, your mind, everything. You're just a damn puppet now. I want to see more of this. I want to see more of this. I know we're going back to Egghead here, but I know I'm probably about to see some insanity on Egghead, but I want to stay on this for a little bit. As someone who really hypes up this guy, I want to know what his attachment or connection is to Kuma. Because it seems like, I'm going to be real, I feel like Akainu does have some opinions on the revolutionaries, possibly, that we might not know about. Because what's the deal with Bonnie here? What's the deal with... I don't know. It's not that he's reluctant, but you would think he'd jump at the opportunity to kill a guy like Kuma, but he's kind of like looking for reasons not to, almost. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading that. Egghead, New World. Destroy the weaponized sea beasts. Okay. All them. The X's over the eyes. Damn. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to this, what is that? A panda fish or something? We've made landfall at the Fabrio Stratum. Proceed with the occupation of the island. Admiral Kizaru has gone ahead to infiltrate the Labo Stratum above the clouds. It's clear you really are the man who took down Kaido. He's in Snake Man right now. I'm surprised about that. That's pretty interesting to me. Right? Because he went straight to Gear 5 against... Did he go straight to Gear 5 against Lucci? I'm pretty sure he did. I don't think he spent any time on Gear 4, unless I'm misremembering. He went right to Gear 5 with him. And with Kizaru, he's testing the waters with Snake Man first. I guess that's a speed thing, right? Because Snake Man's the fast one. So he wants to keep up with Kizaru's speed. That's the only reason I could rationalize that. You're a tough one. And yet, I have to wonder why a pirate like you would want to protect Vegapunk. Right back at you. What do you mean? Oh. Why do you want to kill Apple Gramps? I can't believe we're seeing Luffy. We're seeing Luffy just keep up with an admiral right now. This is kind of insane. Did you ever think, guys, that we would be like seeing this anytime soon? I mean, I'm sure you probably did. We've had enough time to rationalize and like kind of let this settle in for a little bit now, ever since Wano ended, but damn, it's kind of surreal, isn't it? I think about all the times I thought back to like Sabaody, and like those are the high points of the story. Luffy punching a celestial dragon. It just reminds me like the first time I was going through One Piece. The first time I was going through One Piece, man, and you meet Aokiji for the first time, and you learn about the admirals, and you're like, who are these guys? And they're all so strong and intimidating, and a whole layer gets added onto the threats of the One Piece world, the things that Luffy's gonna have to overcome at some point. You get to Sabaody, and then we see Kizaru ride in on a cannonball, and like there's just like, and then like Akainu with Ace, and it's like, here we are. We're here, guys. Like, we are fighting a fucking admiral. Like, Luffy is taking on... I don't know, that's just... I'm sorry to pause here, but I just have to mention how surreal that feels to me right now. The gap has been officially closed. The gap has been closed. Want? So... recap, why do you want to kill Applegramps? And then Kizaru is asking, want? Huh? What? How far did he fly? It's not like I want to kill him. I've known Vegapunk for a long time, you know. Now please, don't get in the way. After all, speed is power. Ooh. Oh, man. That's sick. I mean, theoretically, Kizaru should have probably the most powerful attacks in the One Piece universe. But light obviously doesn't work in One Piece as it does in the real world. Because if anything, not just this man, if there's anything moving at the speed of light, the amount of force that it has if it were to connect with an object is so insane. A kick from Kizaru would be worth a fucking million punches from Whitebeard. Like, that's how fast the speed of light is. It's so absurd how much force is carried, especially something the size of Kizaru hitting you. Like, just think about like how much damage a tiny bullet this big can do, being propelled at sub-light speed out of a gun. Now think about a full-sized grown man who, in the One Piece universe, is like 8 foot tall, and he's propelling himself at you at the speed of light. Like, you understand how fucking powerful getting touched by that would be? Like, how destructive that would be? In like, real science logic, Kizaru should be the strongest character in One Piece. There's no, like, speed is power. When you're moving that fast, it is power. Like, nothing, doesn't matter how big or strong, you could be the Hulk. When you're moving at light speed, you're not beating that. That's the fastest speed in the universe, basically. So, or in the known universe. And so he kicks Luffy into oblivion. Luffy goes flying off the island. Should be dead here, but it's fine. Like I said, light in One Piece is not like our light. Vega Force 1 is finally finished. The giant robot mankind has always dreamed of. Man. You see Kizaru thinking back to, like, I wonder if Kizaru really respects Vegapunk and his inventions and his goals. It's crazy how he's able to just ignore all that, though, and just come to kill the guy. He's really, he's brainwashed as fuck. Either that or he's just not a good dude. Well, the Vega Force 1 is now split in half. Luffy just flew into the laser grid there. Not looking good for the Sunny. Oh no. Frankie, Bonnie, run. Lilith, Vega Force 1 is going to... Boom. Damn it, the 01 was our dream robot. That's a shame. I'm not letting this slide. Is the Sunny alright? Strawhat got blown away. Kizaru, you scum! You've gotten quite a bit taller, Bonnie. Kids these days sure do grow fast. I'm here on orders to eliminate Dr. Vegapunk. You have it out for him, right? Don't get in the way. Let's just say I realize that the person I should be targeting is someone else. Timely thrust. Whoops. Please, don't make me hurt more old friends than I have to for this mission. Damn. Like, getting kicked in the back of the head at light speed, bro. Like, Bonnie should explode off of that, but I'm just... The light devil fruit is so underpowered compared to how strong it could be. Watch out, he's behind you. I feel like I can tell, like, some of the artwork definitely has gotten better since the eye surgery. I don't know if that's just me. Bonnie. No. Kizaru, you bastard! Take this! Radical? What? Where'd he go? He disappeared. Are you seriously gonna use a laser beam against Kizaru? Frankie, like seriously, man. You're supposed to be the smart one. You're supposed to be the scientist. Where'd he go? He disappeared. Oh no, the Stella's in danger. Hey, control room. Usopp? Labo Stratum control room. Everything okay, Frankie? We just heard a huge bang. Eureka, we've cracked the code. Really? Take that, York. Huh? You bastards did it? Damn geniuses. I'm gonna be honest, can I just say, I hate York. And not in like a I hate Charlos or I hate Orochi kind of way. I think this character is just so stupid that it like doesn't even make sense from a writing standpoint. I genuinely think York is just not a good, like a well-written character. I'm just gonna put it out there, I think York sucks so far. This like shit talking while being tied up, while also like being supposedly being a part of Vegapunk's genius mind, and then just like at every single turn just says the dumbest thing or does the dumbest thing possible, or just does not have common sense. It's like crazy, man. I just realized now I've had a Heineken Silver. Heineken, sponsor me if you want. I'm open to offers. I've had a Heineken Silver sit next to me this whole time. I'm gonna crack this one open for all the York hate I'm about to spew. Listen to this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, York, bad character, not written well. Pretty much every satellite except for Shaka and Lilith are useless as characters, I feel like. They're all useless. It's like another Scabbard situation. I get what Oda's trying to do. I feel like you could condense all of the Vegapunk clones into like 2 characters. Same thing with the Scabbards. You didn't need 9 characters to be Scabbards. You could have had like 5 Scabbards instead of 9. And I would have cared a lot more because you could have written each of those characters with a lot more focus, a lot more attention. You could have given them depth and layers. When you have 9 characters, you don't have enough time to flesh each of them. And now I'm going on a Wano thing, but I'll get back to this in 10 seconds, I promise. When you have 9 characters, you don't have enough time for each of them to be fully fleshed out. And they end up being one-note characters that pretty much fall into either like certain, like, you know, behavioral patterns. Like, this is the character, this is the funny ninja gag character, this is the other funny stupid samurai guy, this is the kappa that can do like one specific kappa related move. Like, this is the same issue with the Vegapunk satellites. You have 6 satellites and like none of them do anything. One of them is just straight up dumb and is just like a shoehorned villain plotline that York is probably not going to be relevant after Egghead's over. I would bet money York is not going to be a major character after this arc. So it's just like a ham-fisted villain, and then the rest of them are like one personality trait. They're just like one character trait, right? Because they all represent part of Vegapunk's brain. So each of them is like one gag per character, and it just feels useless. And York sucks. Anyway, back to the... And also, the only really good satellite that I enjoyed reading panels with is now dead. So now we're left with Lilith, who had 1 line this chapter, and Stella, who is actually good. Is a good character. But York, this just annoys me. It would at least be better if like a couple Vegapunks were like both evil and working together, and then we had like half the Vegapunks betraying the other half. If it was like if it was a more in-depth mystery where, let's say, 3 of the Vegapunks are good guys and 3 of the Vegapunks are bad. It doesn't even have to be 3, just let's say more than 1 is a bad guy. Then the York reveal of being the traitor would not have been as dumb as it was, because York would have been revealed to be the traitor, but then it's like, well, York's not the only one that's a traitor. we have York to kind of rule out one, but now we have to guess who is York working with. But we never had that. It's just York is a traitor. They tied up York off screen. They beat York off screen. So they completely... She fumbled her plan completely, immediately after trying it. And they defeat her off screen, and we have no proper resolution to her, like, little arc thing. And she also has, like, possibly one of the dumbest villain motivations in the entire story. Like, one of the dumbest, poorly thought out villain motivations in the whole story. And at this point, I'm almost convinced that Oda is just putting York in the panel to practice drawing ass, because that's all he does. He just puts York on panel, puts her in like bondage, and then just draws booba and ass with York, and that's what he does every chapter she's in now. And I'm convinced that Oda's doing that just to get practice, because this character is not thought out. Anyway, rant over. Frankie Kun, we can disable the barrier. Has the Vega Force 1 carried your ship back to the back of the island? No, your escape plan has failed, Vegapunk. I'm afraid your dream robot is far out of reach after what I did to it. Oh, geez, this double page, I already caught some of that. This is... Yeah, Kizaru, when did you... We're done for. Please understand. This isn't an easy mission for me, and I don't want to drag it out. I like how much Kizaru keeps harping on this, like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this. It makes me wonder, is, like, what does the world government have on Kizaru that he can't, like, go against his orders here? Like, what is so core to his beliefs that he's not willing to betray his orders? Is it that he just follows orders, or does the world government hold something dear to him hostage? I'm also considering the possibility now that some of the higher ups in the world government, the only way to get to that status, it could be that the world government maybe holds something over your head. Could be something that Kizaru cares very much about that's being held hostage, and if he doesn't kill Vegapunk here, then he loses something else he cares about. I don't know. Luffy in Gear 5 busts through the wall and grabs Kizaru. Man, it really burns. There you are. This is... I love this new thing that's happening with Luffy, where in Gear 5, he announces himself by, like, busting through the ceiling, busting through the wall, like, straight up just breaking into the page with, like, a massive transformation and just grabbing the person. Like, here, he grabbed Kizaru just like he grabbed Kaido. Remember when he busted through the roof and grabbed Kaido? Like, the same thing. Eyes popping out. I fucking love that, man. I hope this is a regular thing. I really enjoy that. You have some nerve knocking me all the way down there. I had to cross that barrier twice. I thought it was going to kill me. The drums of liberation start playing, and then the robot comes back to life. An uncanny glint in its eyes. Hold on. The drums of liberation woke up the robot. Wait a second. So, this could be one of two things. Originally, in my Green Line video, I theorized that the robot was powered by the dreams of people and, like, people's hopes for freedom or whatever. And that's why those hopes for freedom powered the robot, online 200 years ago or whatever, when they were fighting for fishman rights. And because of that, the robot woke up and then climbed the red line and attacked Marijois. Is this another situation like that? Like, are the drums of liberation, are the like, is this power of freedom, or these powers that Luffy might be embodying here with the Nika form, is that the same, one and the same? Is that what's powering on this robot? Pretty interesting. You know, it also makes me think, like, it may not be the power of, like, Nika with like freedom or dreams. It could also be, like I also said, the music thing, right? Because right in the original video, when I talked about this, it was the music. Was it the music of Marijois? Was that the video that I talked about that in? I know that I talked about that in the Green Line also. the Song of Souls, like the idea was like how were devil fruits created, and how did they put all these like the souls within all things, the voice of all things, into various devil fruits was the idea. The theory was that the voice of all things was taken, and each individual voice of every individual thing was placed into a tree, and that tree created devil fruits, and that's why every devil fruit is some individual property or power. So the devil fruits are made by the voice of all things. Well, how do you manipulate the voice of all things? The second part of that theory that I had was that Nika used music to do so, and it was music or some sort of music related ability that was used to guide souls into the object. So the drums of liberation would have been what did it. So I think that's possibly what's happening here. You know, I just realized what the fuck happened. Hold on. Everything has a soul in it, right? Everything has a voice, right? Even inanimate objects. We saw the Going Merry had a Klabauterman. It had a spirit inside. Now we see in this very chapter, we see the Vega Force 1. The Vega Force 1 is finally finished. The giant robot mankind has always dreamed of. Vegapunk put his dreams into the Vega Force 1. Kizaru then kills the Vega Force 1. Vega Force 1 dies. Drums of Liberation start playing. The soul from the Vega Force 1 transfers into the Iron Giant. Right? That's like, that's basically what could have happened here. Because like they're talking about how they put their dreams into making this robot. This is like the dream robot. That's how the Klabauterman formed on the Going Merry. It was from them basically like putting their dreams into the ship. And putting their hopes and loving the ship, showing all that love to the ship. The love that was shown to the Vega Force 1 might have given it a life of its own to some degree. And that when Kizaru killed it, the Drums of Liberation transferred it into the Iron Giant. I might have to make a video. We might have to make a run back. We might have to talk about this theory that I had again, because this is coming back. Once again, this is coming back into the story in full form here. This is another great example of music being the key. Music moves the soul. Cheers. That's sick. That's kind of sick.
Nice.
All right. Parvision asks, okay, wait, Hidden, how does this connect to 200 years ago? Well, I mean, they said that there was a big fishman rights movement that occurred 200 years ago. It could be, I mean, who knows? Could it be that the fishmen had a song that they were all singing for, like, in solidarity to, like, hope for freedom? Maybe the fishmen had a song that they performed or sang together, you know, as a group, or like some sort of music that was performed as a part of their demonstrations or of their protest or whatever their movement was. There could have been music that accompanied that, and it was that music that could have inadvertently awakened the robot. That's also a possibility. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But it seems like there's a definite connection between music, the robot being powered up, and possibly Vega Force 1 and dreams, that connection, having it die in the very same chapter. The Vega Force 1 dying the same chapter that this robot wakes up. It almost reminds me of when Smiley died and then the devil fruit transferred into a nearby apple. It seems like the same story beat. Smiley gets destroyed, power's missing. At the end of the chapter or whatever, we see the devil fruit transform, and it's like, whoa, what the hell just happened here? I feel like that's a very similar kind of moment. All right, so first up, we got a $10 super chat from K Maya. Thank you very much. They said, if Kuma is heading to Bonnie, that's more emphasis on Vegapunk's creations like the Seraphim and Sea Beasts retaining their OG instincts. Kuma's dad instinct is the last remaining bit of his true self. That's really sad if that's true. That'd be really depressing. But I mean, that's right up Oda's alley. That's like a gut punch right there, man. Grizzly Adams, thank you for the $2. They said Morge gave you a shout out for that theory. I'm assuming you're talking about. Are you talking about the music of Marie-Joie? I think I did see the stream. He either watched that video or he talked about that video. That was really cool. I appreciated that. You know, that was a nice full circle moment for me because Morge was like one of the YouTubers I watched a lot before making my channel. So it was cool to see that he appreciated my theory because it was like, okay, I'm doing something right. But yeah, that was a cool moment. Par says, not that solid. Vega Force 1, I'm gonna let you know if I got a solid answer for 200 years ago. Yeah, I would appreciate that. That's sick. I might have to. I mean, this would probably be like the third video now I'm touching on the Devil Fruit subject, or like the whole mechanic of like the music and soul thing. But I mean, at this point, I've talked about it on like 4 separate videos on my channel. Like, I have to stick to my guns on this. Like, this is something that's still coming up even now. Chapter 1092. This is something I can still find themes and like things that crop up again and again. I gotta hammer this theory home, guys. Like, I really feel like there's something to it. I don't know what Oda's cooking here, like what the plan is with the music thing, but I just feel like the theme is there. The theme is there. There's a repetitious thing. He talked about it again in last night's stream. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's awesome. Glad to hear that, man. Oh, I have to check the VOD for that. That's cool. Oh, you mentioned it in a vid too? Damn. That's sick. I wonder if he'd appreciate some of my other videos. I don't know if he's watched any of my other ones. You know what video of mine has been insanely popping off for some reason? I was not ready for it to pop off. The fucking Mihawk Shanks first mate video. That's at like 260k views now. That's like the second biggest video on my channel, I'm pretty sure. That one blew up. That one blew up. I wonder if we can get some other people to get into that video. See if we can spread that one around. Get other YouTubers onto that agenda. I think that's a hype one. Next time Morge is doing theories on his stream, like theory reviews or whatever, or watching them, someone make sure to sneak the Mihawk Shanks video in there that I made, because I think he would possibly like that. Might be time for a Morge collab. I'm down to do collabs, man. Well, I haven't done a collab in a minute, but I'm down to start ramping up collabs again. It's been a while since we did a Conquerors Clash. I think it was just like after the Sakura Showdown, and then I did a couple more collabs after that one. I'm kind of a little bit burnt out because I feel like I haven't uploaded an actual video of my own in like 4 months, or like a a theory video. So like I want to do that before I do collabs again. I want to kind of add to my catalog of content, because then if I do a collab, I don't want to just talk about the same 5 theories. I want to have new stuff to talk about. So